Welcome back to Flatirons Tuning, and for this episode of the Shop Chronicles, I'm going to tell you about a project that I've got in the works for next year. At our whiteboard here, we've got this little area where we keep track of lap times at our local track, which is High Plains Raceway. And if you look way down here at the bottom, that's me. My time in my 2003 WRX is a 2:12. That's my best lap time. Now, it didn't always used to be that way. Well, I mean, the time has been pretty consistent for a long time because I haven't done anything to change it. But for a long time, I was right about the mid-pack with everybody on there. But it's been probably 3, maybe even 4 years since I've driven the car in anger at the track. Haven't really had a lot of time to work on the car, improve my driving, any of that stuff. So my time has stayed the same, and a lot of the guys in the shop have continued to refine everything and knock chunks of lap time or chunks off their lap times. And now I'm holding up the bottom with VIA. And my goal in 2022 is to change that. Now the interesting part of my situation is I know that the power in the chassis that I have, a 2003 WRX, making about 320, 330 wheel horsepower, is very comparable to Nigel, Tasso's car, and to a certain extent Dussik's as well. And so I know that my car should be capable of doing lap times in the range of what they're doing, 202s, 201s. I think Dussik's at a 157, 158 that's probably out of my reach. But I know that I should be about 10 seconds faster. So my goal for 2022 is to turn my 212 into a 202. So 202s for 2022. And with the Shop Chronicles, I'm going to do my best to document as much of that process as far as going through stuff on the car and refining my driving to try and show you how close I'm able to get to that goal, or if I'm able to meet that goal. Let's take a look at the shop. This is my 03 WRX wagon, which you may have seen in some of the other videos we've done. We've done a lot of catch can and aero separator videos with this car and some brake videos and stuff. If you've been following us for a long time, I've actually had this car since 2006. And even when I first started working here at Flatirons Tuning, I wrote some blogs about it, and it was 100% stock at that point. The advantage in having a car for this long, a project car for this long, and having driven it at the track and stuff, is I have a pretty good sense of where the car is, but I also have a pretty good sense of where the car needs attention. And the biggest place where it needs attention is in the suspension department. A lot of those parts are at this point over a decade old. It's probably been 10, maybe even 12 years since like 2008, 2009, since I really went through and did the whole suspension on this car. And from just driving around and hearing the clunks and the noises, I know that a lot of those bushings and probably the coilovers need some attention. So to give myself the best chance at really taking some time off my laps and improving, all of those things need to be addressed. So that's going to be one of the first things we do with the car is bring it in and go through a lot of the suspension components that have been replaced but now need to be replaced again. And now, in certain cases, there's newer, better options available than there was 10 years ago when I was putting the car together the first time. So that's what we have in store for you. Hopefully that sounds interesting, and hopefully you stay tuned for more of those episodes. But for the time being, if you like what we're doing with the channel, if you like the content that we're putting out, please like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, until next time, stay tuned with Flatirons Tuning.